Q&A time.
Yes,
Our
is.
favorite segment. Yes, it is, Brett. Yes, it is. Okay, and we have Lauren Berger in the house, the intern queen. Woo, woo. Make sure you guys pick up her book, Welcome to the Real World.
Yeah.
Right, on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, all over the place. And okay, let's get started. Coming in from Facebook, from My Life 4616. Hey guys, love you and your show. Thank you. Sam, is your husband a vegan too? If not, do you cook meat for him? I'm a vegetarian, but my boyfriend is not, and I always have trouble when cooking. He doesn't like food that has no meat. Thank you. Boop, boop, boop. I love you so much.
That was such an adorable
That was amazing.
question.
And I share your frustration. My husband likes meat and cheese only and salt, no joke. So yeah, I do cook for him. So I cook meat for him, and then I make like the sides, whatever the sides are for our meal, I kind of make that into my meal. So like if it's quinoa and vegetables, and then maybe I'll throw in my own protein into that little mix, but then at least I can kind of like incorporate my sides with his sides, but then I'll cook his meat, which always grosses me out, but that's okay. That's fine, you know, to each its own, but I do cook it for him. So, and then we try and find restaurants that cater to both.
Hard to do.
Not in LA. In LA, I feel like it's so easy. But okay, coming in from Twitter, Kyle Bird. When you were 13, what did you think you were going to be when you grew up? Boop to you all. Bree is awesome.
Thanks, Kyle.
What did you guys think you wanted to be?
I wanted to be a writer, and I wrote a lot of like poetry and embarrassing
I love your poetry.
novel. I wrote a novel when I was 12.
That's insane.
How long was your novel?
80 pages on Microsoft Word.
Whoa.
Like I was going through my stuff the other day and I found it. I have like a hard copy of it, and I just opened it up, read a few words, and I was like, nope, never looking at that again.
No. Bree, I bet
But
it's
I will tell you,
fantastic.
I will tell you the best part. It's called The Orchid Villa.
The Orchid Villa.
The Orchid Villa.
Fancy.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't.
Lauren?
Yeah, I wanted to be a writer and a speaker.
And you are a writer and a
I'm
speaker.
a writer and a speaker, so that's that.
And Brett?
Professional basketball player. Just that was it. And I thought I'd do it. And there were people on like my teams who would be like, I'm gonna be pro ball. And I'm like, no, you won't, idiot. That's gonna be me. And apparently, that hasn't worked out yet.
Yeah, never too late. I wanted to be an Olympic swimmer, and I thought it was going to happen, and I got kind of close, but a lot of my friends ended up going, and not me.
Oh, no.
And then coming in from Richie, what's your guys' favorite songs at the moment? Mega Boop. Oop, Mega Boop. Okay.
My dad really got me into Crystal Blue Persuasion by Tommy James and the Shondells.
Wow. Good job.
Please sing the song to those of
Crystal Blue Persuasion.
Uh-huh.
That's all I'm gonna do for you.
Lauren?
Something similar. My dad got me into it. I'm like, Boy Meets Girl, Waiting for a Star to Fall, that 80s song. We used to jam out in the Volkswagen buggy with the top down.
Oh, cute.
Very cool.
Okay, nostalgic.
Right now, I just watched Pitch Perfect.
You like the cup song?
And it was just, it's not necessarily just the cup song.
It's so good.
It's just that, like, the process of watching that movie for me is like, this is stupid, into like,
That's
you know,
amazing.
like.
Yeah, I can't fault you. I really like Beyonce's Surfboard. I love that movie. She says surfboard. Surfboard?
You were just like a grandparent right there. That surfboard song, the one with the surfing board.
I just love that song. Okay. Drunken Love. Sorry, not surfboard. Surfboard. Okay, coming in from Brianna. Who's your favorite celebs to talk about on the show? Boo boo ba ba boop boop.
Nice.
Obviously Liam Neeson, and
Which we
never
rarely
talk
do.
about him just because he's so amazing. He doesn't ever do anything. Scandalous. Who else? Amanda Bynes.
Okay.
Who else? I don't know.
Bieber.
Okay.
Ewan McGregor.
I love it when we talk
All
about
the
Shia LaBeouf because I just love when Brett gets to do the Shia impersonation, and then we can kind of bring up the whole connection with Brie. That's my favorite. Anytime we get a
By the
Shia
way,
story, I freak out.
Speaking of Shia, I saw Charlie Countryman because it's on Netflix. You need to watch it and come back here with an ultimate impression, like a lot of crying.
Oh
Done.
my gosh. Okay, coming in from Albert Limon. What was the weirdest job you ever had? Ooh, I've got a good one. I've got so many of them. So one I had to one I had to sell oil packages to like door to door. I hated that job.
Wait,
I had so many jobs in college.
Oil,
Okay.
like oil change packages, or
Yeah,
just
oil
like
change packages.
you didn't have like just packages of
No,
oil.
it was like these little certificates, and I hated that because you're basically convincing somebody to buy oil for your car. It was horrible. And then another one I had where I helped this guy that got paintings that were already painted, and we'd go to like festivals and he'd pretend he was painting those paintings. And I manned the cashier. That was my job.
That's amazing.
That sounds awesome.
You're a gypsy.
I got $80 a day. I got $80 a day, but I was there from like 7 in the morning till like 6 at night. Yeah. Anyways, those were two of my many, many, many jobs.
I hated being an assistant editor.
You
I
did
didn't
all
get to
day, right?
actually edit. I had to transcode footage for the editors. It's the most
And you
boring
just
thing
sit
ever.
all day long.
Yeah.
I was a reporter for Us Weekly in college.
Fun.
That sounds terrible.
And so they sent me to Baton Rouge to follow around Jessica Simpson when they were shooting Dukes of Hazzard.
That sounds horrible.
So
That
like
sounds like the worst job ever.
She'd be eating at Wendy's, and I would just drive through the drive-through like 7 times in a row to try to peek in and see what she was ordering. And I would just like order French fries, a Coke, more fries every time, and just go around and
I
around
love
and
this
around.
Is
job.
what she's
Why
ordering.
wasn't I asked to do that job?
Is what she's ordering just like us.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do.
Always.
Oh, wow. I had a similar job, except I had to work for a fast food chain as a mystery guest. I had to go to Jack. I worked for Jack in the Box, and my job would be like, for one night, I'd have to go to 4 different Jack in the Boxes and pretend to be a normal customer and order what they wanted me to order, eat it, and then call it in and report on how good it was and how the service was.
That's
which
fun.
sounds awesome until you've had your 5th double
Ew,
cheeseburger
yes,
that night.
yes.
And you just want to die.
And finally, from Michael Brook, if you could visit any place at any point in time, past or future, where would you go and when would it be? It's a really good question.
I would really want to go and see the first on-stage version of Peter Pan that they ever put on.
In college, I went to Salzburg, Austria, and I got to go on the Sound of Music tour. And I think I would go back and just sit on the bus and play the songs and sing them to myself.
That sounds fun.
It sounds really sad.
No, I like that.
My grandparents and, their great aunt, they had a restaurant in the Canal Zone in Panama back in the day, like in the 40s.
Okay.
I would want to go there because that sounds awesome. It's just like
Interesting.
colonial experience and
Yeah.
like a cool time, and you just have a restaurant. I thought that would be really awesome.
I love the 20s and 30s, and I would love to be in Hollywood in the 20s and 30s. I love just like, one of my favorite things to do, my husband and I, is go in the hills of Hollywood and just look at all the old homes. And they have little plaques in certain neighborhoods, 1922, 1926, and I like to imagine what that must have been like to be when Hollywood was in the heyday, in the golden era, or approaching that, and seeing just all the hustle and bustle with like the studios, and I just think it's so cool. So I would have loved to do that. I wonder if I would have been a little young Hollywood actress.
Yep. Mhm.
Probably.
Really?
Definitely. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Definitely.
All right, so that's it for our Q&A. Thank you guys all, and thank you, Lauren Berger. Please check out her new book. You can get it at Barnes & Noble and Amazon. Let's get a little flash of it. Welcome to the real world, and we will all see you next time on Pop Sugar.